look who it is. It's me. Happy Monday. So, it's podcast time once again. And I just want to read you a couple words, for your Monday. PBS, ESPN3, Pop TV, MTV Classic and Live, Chris Stapleton, Florida Georgia Line. Now those words, out of context might sound stupid, but on a resume they sound pretty ballin', which is what my boy Issac Shaw is a proud owner of. A dope resume. And also he's now the owner of our third episode? 3, Trace? I think it's our third. These are going by. Fun guest, fun talk. As usual, I'd like to shout out Match Records and Amped Entertainment for sponsoring this podcast. Great people over there, and without them, our little wrist could not support this big fist we're about to throw at you on this Monday. Hopefully it's not snowing where you are. If it is, I can't help you, but no matter what, we're going to send some chill vibes your way with our boy Sigmar Go, and that is spelled CIG.MARGOT. See you in a little bit.
Good to go.
Whoa.
Yeah. Am I a little hot?
Yeah, you were hot.
You're very hot.
You clip.
All right. We'll be all right. Y'all need to hear me.
Take a nice little stretch. Everybody get your hands in the air. Good.
It's like yoga.
All right. Reach for the stars and exhale.
And downward dog.
Good.
We're
Slut.
good to go.
Alrighty.
You ever done yoga, Isaac?
No, I have not done hot yoga, cold yoga, or anything in between. And I don't plan to.
Medium rare yoga.
I've not done lukewarm yoga yet.
Ooh, that's the best. That is the best.
The best.
The best. Is it loud?
Yeah, you clip a
Compared
little bit.
to everybody else. Hello?
I'm right there.
You're up top,
I'm like
aren't you?
shouting. Hey.
That's Dusty?
That's got to be Jake's.
No, it's
Which
not.
one is
No,
mine?
talking to your thing.
Check 1,
Just
2.
talking to your
Check 1, 2.
Check.
I'm the
Holy
second
shit.
You're
one.
top. Dude.
Yeah.
You're top.
Hey, Mom, you're on the podcast. Do you got anything to say?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Oh, my God.
Alrighty then.
That just happened. What's up? You're on speakerphone. Doing podcast.
Huh?
No, we're on a podcast. We're recording at the house.
This is Mama Moose.
That's right.
No, okay. Well, you kids say your prayers, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, Mom. All right, love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Alrighty, welcome to Big Fist, Little Rest.
Or little wrist, big fist, however you want to say it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you-
I can hear you.
Cook 'em
Cool.
a grease.
Alright, guys. We got a special guest today. His name is Bradley Miller. Just kidding, it's Issac Shaw. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem, man.
He's on the air. We're live.
We're doing
He's
it.
here.
So, buddy, how's your week been going so far?
It's going good, man. It's super busy week this week. Not only midterms, a lot of projects coming up here. We just did the 54 Fest with you guys. I'm sure we'll get into talking about. I got a couple of shoots for broadcast. Yesterday I had one in Nashville for Bella Fleck, old banjo player. Had a really fun show.
Heck yeah.
Got 2 more for MTSU games going on ESPN this week. Also going to the Tedeschi Trucks show Friday. Look forward to that. So
Nice.
a lot of music stuff going on this week, actually. So
That always makes it interesting and fun, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
What do you usually do besides music stuff? Like, what's the main thing?
yeah, so I do like so much stuff. It's hard. I've been asked this so many times, and it's hard to narrow down exactly what I do.
Yeah.
The best description I've been able to come up with is I'm a video and technology freelancer. So I literally will do anything related to media, whether it be video, audio, graphic, advertisement, whatever like that.
Nice. So, jack all trades as far as video.
Trying to, yeah.
Okay.
Man
It's
of
like-
many hats.
It's like one of
That's
those
right.
job titles where your grandpa's like, back in my day, we had actual jobs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kids just press buttons. Yeah, Dad's always like, y'all just sit behind a computer. Like, okay.
Word.
I
Am I
mean-
still coming through quiet?
No,
No,
you're
you
good.
sound
man.
I feel pretty good.
Cool.
It's your headphones.
That's
You
probably
want them up?
You guys are just blaring in my headphones. You guys have great voices, though, so I don't mind it. Cool. All right, so we brought Isaac here today because he has some sauce that is much needed in this audio podcast.
Some sauce.
Which is that visual element. That visual sauce.
We always need the visual sauce.
The sauce balls.
The audio guys always need you.
Yeah, actually, that's actually a pretty good segue maybe to a topic maybe.
Oh,
Like how maybe this video and audio world has merged together to kind of, you have to have both almost nowadays to even make
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So how does that come into play in what you do?
it. We have to work with a lot of artists, so not only do we have to come up with the technical stuff, which is like, how does this stuff even freaking function? Like,
Right.
how do you get 21 cameras into a mobile truck with audio and have it go out in a live stream quickly and efficiently? But also like work with artists, like, hey, like we need to get your story across first and too. So it's been doing that kind of stuff's always interesting with artists and stuff.
Keeping the
That's
main
kind of a new
thing.
thing for like some artists. Like, hey, I got to be able to tell a story through audio, but like now I got video, and that's, in my humble opinion, you got to have a little bit of video stuff nowadays to even be competitive.
Oh, you
Even
definitely
be
do.
marketable.
You definitely do.
I mean, you guys
Absolutely.
can maybe throw an opinion on that, but
Yeah, like the audio spectrum videos and stuff like that, kind of.
yeah,
I mean,
even just little
like
graphics.
that's minimal.
Yeah.
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 Like when you release a song, it is shown that if you have a video linked to that music, then your audience is more apt to come back to that to listen again or watch again.
Really.
Yeah.
Versus just pulling
Versus
it back
just-
up to listen.
Right. Well, like if it was just a music track, you would be less likely to get more repeat listens or continual followers.
I believe that for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess it's one thing you got to have nowadays to even be set apart, even, you know,
Yeah.
Band A versus Band B. If Band B's got a bunch of killer videos and stuff, naturally going to go to Band B.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's also for every other thing in the world, you know, got to have good marketing, got to have advertising, got to have good merch, got to have everything.
You gotta have a team.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
got to have a whole army nowadays to even make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's one thing like the 54 Fest showed me this past weekend. Like you have to have an army to make.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Make
Yeah,
it
it was
all.
ridiculous how many people that were just going back and forth, just back and forth.
Who wants
You
to,
being in and out, Lauren being in
explain
and
the
out.
old 54 Fest to the good old viewers out there.
Isaac could probably do it best. It was our first rodeo, so
First rodeo.
we were all we were all involved. But how many have you done now?
See, my first experience, actually, first on-set experience
What
ever.
is it?
Okay, we'll go into what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what it is in a nutshell, you have 3 days basically, and you get, from the festival, you enter and you get a genre, everyone gets a different genre, you pull it out of a hat, and everyone gets a line of dialogue and a prop they have to include. So you do that night, you basically write a script. Next morning, you get up, shoot the whole thing. It can be up to 7 minutes is usually the time limit. And then you go in and edit it all the next day. And you got about 3 days total. And it's literally an all-out fest. You just, as hard as you can go, as long as you can go, just to get something out there in the best product again possible. And which is a little different than most video stuff, because most video stuff you're planning for weeks, months, sometimes
Right.
even years. I've had probably been on projects that have been planned for decades, not even lying.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
it's totally different.
So this puts you under pressure.
Exactly. Which kind of helps us video guys kind of get in the realm of where you audio guys do. Y'all more a lot more free flowy, just kind of feeling it, getting the emotions
Right.
out.
Yep, it's all
So
about
we
the
kinda-
vibes, bro.
Yeah,
It's all
we
about
kind of
the
have to
vibes.
catch vibes, even kind of like you audio guys do, and have to just kind of get in there, see what we can do, and
Right.
go with your gut for a little while, which is kind of unusual for us.
Yeah. Trust your intuition.
Yeah, so this year we did it with the MTSU Film Guild, which I'm one of the officers for, so I get to help teach little chitlins.
The little chit,
Little chitlins.
churn.
So but it's fun. Yeah, that gave me a ton of experiences, and even my job at MTV last season was through MTSU Film Guild thing.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah,
I
some
didn't know
connections
that.
there. I'll tell you that story later. But anyway, so we got to lead a little small army of people, and there's other people in the Murfreesboro area that do it in Nashville. And it's just a huge fun thing we do every year. I look forward to it. It's probably one of my favorite things we do all year.
It's the best part, I think.
Yeah.
What prop did they give you this year?
I don't even remember.
Wasn't it the
This year
puzzle
was the
piece?
puzzle
I think it was the puzzle
piece.
piece.
Yeah.
Would you happen to remember the line of dialogue?
I'm pretty sure it was the let's talk numbers.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that was
Okay.
it. Don't hold me to that though. I wasn't in the writing session because I
Right.
was prepping for the next day and the following. So they usually just
Wow.
get a script and they say edit it.
Here you go.
pretty much.
But no, it was an awesome experience. I'd never imagined getting that type of insight.
Yeah, I'm
while I
glad
was in
I
college.
got you guys. We had a composer last year who did all our music, but he wasn't there with us. Great,
Really?
yeah, great guy. MTSU guy as well. His name's Aaron Trimble.
Okay.
Does a great job. Really orchestral based, really smart dude. Can set up a MIDI lab in 2 minutes and have it just rocking.
There you
But
go.
he did it all last year. We gave him a script, and he was just sending me stuff throughout the day. I'm like, yeah, it sounds good, but I can't really like give any feedback. And then like day of on post production, we ran way behind just for some technical issues we couldn't ever foresee. So like we literally had to slap his tracks in, like didn't mix them down any, he didn't adjust anything, and they worked like I think 9 out of 10 of them worked like almost perfectly.
They sound pretty good and everything.
Kudos to him. Yeah, they sounded great. There's like some of the like pacing and stuff. There was one that did like the pacing and the tone didn't quite match up as well.
Yeah.
But like we had him redo it real quick. Like in 10 minutes, he has a new mix, new song, and everything. So kudos to him. But I'm
Yeah,
glad I got
really.
you guys this year so we can have some feedback and have some different tones and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it worked out really well. Hope you guys had fun with it.
Oh, had a great time.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Jake?
That was dope.
Yeah.
It was. We only like really worked on it for one day, pretty much our portion of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we tried to plan for it, but it was like
It's just one of those things that's
Running
hard to plan
ourselves in
for
circles.
because you never know what's going to be changed within the editing process because the storyline can change,
Didn't
scenes
it
can
change?
change.
Didn't it
Major this
change?
year.
Didn't the script change? Like they had to rewrite it or something? That's what who's that guy that had me sign the contract before I left?
Karsten, the
yeah.
producer.
He said that they had to rewrite the whole script.
Yeah, I was making script changes as the editor. I was the editor on this one, the head guy. So I was in charge of the whole post team, and I was doing script changes.
Yeah.
I had them re-record lines. I switched scenes around, like scene 6, and that was scene 2. I mean,
Wow.
it happens every year. That's usually what happens in the editorial process. A lot more. You make a lot more directorial
Wow.
changes as an editor, really.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the movies you see up on Hollywood, usually the editors changed at least a couple
So
scenes.
explain Suicide Squad and why it went bad.
That's a whole other episode right there.
Another can of
Well,
worms.
that's what we're talking about. So go.
Okay. Suicide Squad.
You're
okay.
on.
I liked it myself.
Okay,
That's
I did as well.
That's not a great opinion. I go to movies. Most of my film friends go to movies and rip them the crap apart.
Oh, I bet.
Right.
I bet.
Just like if you guys listen to the
It's
record, you're
easy
like,
to. Yeah,
if you guys
it's
listen to the record, you're like,
definitely easy to.
no, that timpani sounds way too hot in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I generally try to go to movies nowadays and just enjoy. Like, I need to get back to just enjoying movies.
Right,
Like,
I feel
I'm
you.
sure you guys just so every once in a while I like to just enjoy a record. You know.
Yeah, don't over listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Suicide Squad. I liked it. The visual was good. I love the storyline as far as like what they were trying to accomplish.
Right.
Like the whole bad guy principle, like whole kind of flipping stuff around. I love the originality and all of it. But like, it's the. So you remember Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull? It's just like storyline, aliens out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what I felt on that movie. It was just kind of like a plot hole. Like it just didn't. They just need something. It's just
Yeah.
like let's throw an alien in there. Okay. Let's have him go
This'll
fight
work.
her.
People likes aliens.
Yeah.
Well, I've been reading just because the trailer was just so cool and it looked amazing. But what apparently happened is, was it Universal that?
Sounds right.
I think it was Universal. They hired a third party editor company to edit their trailer.
Yep, that's pretty
and
common.
they didn't follow the cliff notes of the director. So they edited it and made it bad. They made it look crazy. Whereas
Like
the actual
more
movie that they,
gangsterish and stuff.
exactly, and like the movie they had was like not that at all. And so then they fired the director and hired the trailer company to
Really?
re-edit
I hadn't
the
heard that.
whole movie. So there was plot holes because there was stuff they didn't have.
I'll have to look that up later. That's
Yeah.
actually an interesting little story.
Yeah.
Have you been in any situations like that?
Where stuff
Like
like
all of a
totally
sudden
director was
in the middle,
overthrown?
yeah, in the middle of the project, it was just like, all right, flip script. Sorry, this is how it is.
Well, see, they thought they had the project done.
Because the trailer just took off and it was just like I've never seen anything look like that before. It's like Batman meets
Yeah, it was super
like
hype.
trap.
trap music.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And probably one of my favorite tracks on that soundtrack would be that 21 Pilots Heathen song.
Yeah, I bumped that
guitar?
for a couple weeks.
Oh,
The
I
guitar in that?
listened to.
It's
dirty.
heavy. I wish it was a little heavier, like a little louder than the mix, though. To be real.
The guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a
It could
guitar.
get a little heavier.
Yeah, I'm a guitar head at heart.
Your dad makes guitar amps,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
actually-
crazy? That's a career.
For who?
Himself.
For everybody.
Well,
He makes the head
Yes.
amps, the head units, or the.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll give us a synopsis. So, like, how I kind of got started in like media and video audio and audio in general was my dad was a musician. He used to tinker with like guitar amps, and he was like our age. Like he'd have circuit board layouts looking in front of him, going, "How can I rewire this Fender amp?" Whatever.
Wow.
That's all I had to do back then. I didn't have like entertainment like we do nowadays. Now we just hop on amp entertainment and go look whatever we want to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, anyways, he was doing that in the back shed. So fast forward 20 years, he kind of dropped the musician thing. He was good and he liked it doing it, but he just saw he had a different passion, different skill set later on. So fast forward, he's now making custom boutique like guitar amps, bass preamp, mic pre's, pedals, all that kind of sort of stuff. So and he's got kind of a network built up. It's still a small business and everything too, but he's got some stuff built up, So I get to hang out. I get to hang out with a lot of cool people through that. I've been on tour a little bit doing photography stuff for Florida Georgia Line because they were using our stuff.
Nice.
I was hanging out with Ricky Skaggs last week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I got to meet a lot of these cool guys. Chris Stapleton started using our stuff. So
really,
yeah,
that's huge.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Super cool guy. His guitar tech was actually Ricky's guitar tech. So that's how we kind of got in through him.
Okay.
Like all this network stuff kind of like works its way out. So I got to see like the production side a lot more from the audio biz, kind of through my dad and through that kind of stuff. And also doing like church stuff since I was like, knee high or whatever. Yeah. My dad was always technical director, audio engineer, whatever. So I kind of got in the audio world a little bit. I first started, thought I was going to be a musician, doing stuff like you do. It's like, okay, I love staying up late. I love writing poetry. I'm perfect for a musician. It's great. I can stay out all night doing gigs and write poetry. Fantastic.
Vibes.
Yeah. Then I kind of got a little taste of like doing graphics and like video stuff and just kind of had
love at first sight.
Yeah. It just kind of worked out. I'm like, okay, this is not like that far of a hop skip,
Yeah, it really isn't.
Yeah, like you said, they use each other more
they complement each other.
They have merged. And like me being like, I was a guitar player for a long time. I still am, still play out a little bit, but not near as much as I would like to or should probably. But like that's helped me like even in the video work because I can talk to an audio guy and be like, hey, here's what I need. And I can talk to them in their language.
Yeah.
Like the other day, John,
that's really important.
Yeah, we were helping do Amps thing.
The Vagabond event.
Show. Yeah, which is a great show. But he was like, hey, I can't hear like the mix in my head. It's like, okay, here's your little preamp, whatever. We call audio, like the mix down, we call it program feed. Okay. So program's like anything that's like going out to live air, that's program. But I told him like, hey, that's the house mix, which is like what you guys probably more used to. It's like, here's your house mix.
Right. Yeah.
So I can talk to audio guys and video guys and like kind of bridge that gap a little bit, which has actually helped me a lot.
So dope.
Even doing stuff like MTV, I can talk to the audio guys like, hey, I need this in an audio stem, or I need this in a mix down bus or something like that. Or other like editors I've seen like, hey, I need just that with a thing on it, and it's just like a mess. So it's helped me out. I'm glad I did it. So
yeah,
part of the job is decoding the message for sure, because like you have work with artists. I want some more like twang.
Some flavor.
That means nothing.
Yeah, I got a buddy that did front of house for a little while for Santana, and he speaks in colors when he wants stuff on the board. So he'll actually be like,
what?
Yeah, I don't know. He's got something, I don't know how he does it or how he explains it, but the audio guy, the front house guy had to learn it somehow. Like, he'd be like, I need more purple, which he finally interpolated as I need more low end or I need more like low mids or something.
Yeah, there is a color to frequency map.
So is that that's probably what he's it's low purple?
It's based on light.
The spectrum of light, I think, but yeah.
Red is going to be your super low. No.
Lows?
It's slowest speed of light is red.
Okay, so it's almost matches up with stars.
Yeah, it makes logical sense a little bit. But like, if you're an audio engineer, you've never heard it before, like, hey, I need more yellow in my front of house mix. Like, you're going to be like, what?
What? I need some
I
white.
can't get a hold of Big Bird that quickly.
Yeah, not going to happen.
So, yeah. But I've been reading recently. I don't know.
You read?
No.
Recently you did?
Musicians didn't read.
I'm more
of numbers.
An audiobook kind of dude. I want to see what you think of this. As far as TV goes, okay, and programming is concerned, okay, are you like partial to it as it's happening right now, like as far as like actual cable providers are doing it, or do you like that like system of how it's like you have time slots, you have that kind of stuff, or do you like the on our internet side of it, like the Netflix and the streaming stuff?
Okay, so I guess maybe simplifying that thing is like, do you like people being shown what they want, or people being have the choice of what they want?
Okay,
does that make sense? Is that kind of what you're going for?
Well, I mean, they're both kind of done in different ways because editing for a TV show is definitely because you have to keep that person from pressing that the worst invention to ever come about from
Channel changer.
yeah, you know, just now they have opinions. You gave the person that's viewing your stuff opinion to change it or not. But I don't know what you think of YouTube just getting hooked up with CBS, NBC, ABC, pretty much all the major providers, and like offering a platform to basically have all your channels for $35 a month stream live on YouTube.
Crazy.
Google doing more big things.
Yeah.
Yeah, go figure.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know what you think of that and how you think that medium is going to change as far as TV is going.
Yeah. So I think it's, as far as the business side of me goes, I think Google is like, that's a great idea. And how they managed to get that deal past all those other guys, kind of beyond me in a way. So there's got to be some money floating out there somewhere for sure.
Yeah, definitely some bucks.
Yeah, but it's an interesting thing. Like, that's kind of the way media's been like moving towards nowadays. Even like, because I've always said the audio industry is 10 years ahead of video, just because of the technology trends and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, go back 20, 30 years, like when my dad was recording music.
Mm-hmm.
How much money did you have to spend on a studio to record 16 tracks?
Crazy amount. Buku bucks.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
computers.
It would mean nothing to spend, what,
$100,000.
$30,000, $40,000
Oh,
on
at
a
least.
small studio rig?
Easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, small consoles like we use in Studio D&E, those are like $80,000 just
Yeah.
for the small console. It's like 24 tracks.
Yeah, and that's all, digital stuff, which is cheaper. And,
Yeah.
my dad was using analog stuff and still does.
Strictly.
Yeah.
Really? He still uses it?
Yeah, that's
Oh, that makes me a little giddy.
Oh, I got there. He loves analog stuff. Tube stuff's where it's at. That's all we use. But anyways, back to our theory here. So, like, a long time ago, only the best guys, only the best people could afford to even record. So
Yeah.
the music I was being
Or
put
the
out,
labels.
Yeah. The music I was putting out had to be creme de la creme because that's the only thing I could afford to put out. Fast forward nowadays, who can record audio in a decent capacity?
Lil Yachty.
Anyone?
Everybody.
Anyone with a
Everybody for
laptop?
what? $200.
Yeah.
Get a little mic preamp and start retracking whatever.
Yep.
Be ready to go.
Yeah. So what's that? That's like, it's made more competition. So it's made your marketing have to be more important. Your video support has to be more important. Your web support. I mean, every element's got to come in there. So the market's got super saturated.
Yeah, super
so people
saturated.
are trying to like do special things to like find some kind of niche market nowadays. With audio
Differentiate
especially.
themselves a little bit.
And even this new EDM sound that
Mhm.
has been approaching the charts, that scene's getting flooded very quickly as
Yeah.
well.
But it's working its way into like Suicide Squad, like we had talked
Yeah.
about. You know what I mean? It's like,
cream's gonna rise to the crop naturally in any genre.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but like, see, like nowadays, you kind of have to like do a bunch of different stuff and kind of got to find an outlet for it. And videos, I think, right in between there of what audio is now.
Yeah.
I think it's used to be like studios could only afford to put out 4, 5, 6 movies tops back in the day.
Mhm.
Now we're pumping out content like it's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're doing
yeah.
live stuff. We're doing live streaming. We're doing small videos. We're shooting iPhone videos. We're shooting little Instagram content, story content, Snapchat, whatever. So that's
Videos,
kind of what's
the,
interesting with like with Netflix and stuff. They're just pumping stuff out there as fast as they possibly
As fast as they can get
as
it on
fast as
there.
they can. As
Have you been watching the OJ?
The OJ versus the People?
Holy
Have you watched it?
moly.
No, I haven't been.
You
on
should
that.
check it out.
My
It's
dad's
great.
been kind of catching a little bit of it, but like stuff
Okay.
like that, like they're just trying to grab stuff, historical context,
Yeah.
Yep.
anything
Yeah.
they can get to get a little bit of a niche in there, and they're
Oh,
just throwing
dude,
stuff at the
They
wall.
they was like, oh, Kim Kardashian is part of this story somehow, some way, some form. All right,
So they just
we're gonna put all our chips in that basket, and we're gonna get every single big name actor,
Absolutely.
actress that they have in the business, and they made a dope series.
yeah,
It's
like
great.
the intro reel for like in the first episode, you have like name drop like here's John Travolta,
I
here's
think it was like every 15 seconds there was like a new.
yeah, it was like a new
person,
crazy.
yeah.
Like
And
that.
they
Big time.
splattered the Kardashians all over that
Yeah.
show.
all
Yeah.
over it.
Splattered them.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of where video stuff's going, in my opinion, right now. Is like ABC and all these guys are realizing, like, okay, we have to start throwing a lot of stuff out there. We can't say you only can watch this show from 5 to 6
gotta have
p.m. on a
options.
weeknight. You got to be able to, like, hey, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I can't sleep. I want to watch a show.
Yep.
So that's
Well,
what they're kind of having to go
It just
towards, in my
breaks
opinion.
the gatekeeper. They
Yeah.
can't have gatekeepers anymore because like the
correct.
gatekeepers are, we're the tastemakers, and they're
Mhm.
not going to let go of their positions quietly.
Yeah.
So what Netflix is like we can't divvy, or we can't just look at your process of making your show 100% all the time now. We can only like give our 5%. Out of that whole process, we can like review it. So
Mhm.
if it's good at the end, then we'll put it up. But we don't have any say. We can't ask
if-
you to make changes.
If
anymore.
the people like it, they like it.
yeah.
And we're getting
Um,
paid.
And the cool thing
Yeah.
is, like,
Or
I feel like
maybe.
it's a lot easier to get cult followings off those type of like movies
Yeah, which is
because
cool.
you know I mean, like Bill Burr, like he had a bunch of specials and it didn't go anywhere, and then like all of a sudden like now they're like the most popular thing on Netflix. So it's just kind of cool. Like you can release something and then it doesn't have to flop immediately.
Yeah.
It always has a shelf life, but that doesn't mean it's you have 6 months to make money or else you're out of here.
Yeah,
And you got a lot
nowadays-
bigger audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays even like geographic thing is like gone. Like a show can be a total flop here in U.S. but be so huge in India
That's
and,
crazy.
and survive.
Dude, it's
That's
cool because
weird.
Same
like
thing with music.
we are
Yeah.
we are the first generation to grow up together.
Mhm.
So the cool thing is like we are having genres happen for the first time ever in history, not come out of a physical place.
Yeah.
So like first one ever that was documented was vaporwave. I don't know if you ever heard of that. Weird little
I'm
like
unfamiliar.
Didn't you tell me what is that?
it's like vaporwave. It's like it's nostalgic '90s music, but it's crappy synth pop. It sounds horrible. The genre sucks. I'm not gonna lie, but it kind of like gave way to that like nostalgic synth sound that's different, and like
Yeah.
there was a whole like look that came with it, but it didn't come out of like Topeka, Kansas, or didn't come out of Detroit, Michigan. It came out of the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
one
internet-
here, one there, one here,
The
one
internet
there.
is now a
makes it
physical
cooler.
place,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Whatever that means for all you philosophy or gurus out there.
Yeah, the zeitgeist is high.
Go philosophize, philosophers.
All right.
What's your
Let's do
philosophy on philosophers?
My philosophy on philosophers is that they philosophize too extensively when they try to philosophize on the lies of
Right.
Bill.
But like,
Very
okay, but
philosophical.
but falafels, are they waffles or are they just falafels?
They're definitely waffles because the syrup looks better on
But
them.
you don't
You
put
got-
syrup on falafels.
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
Then
And
you-
powdered
Then
sugar.
you're out of the club.
All right. I'll eat my falafels over there.
It's for the best.
I don't know.
Sorry.
What is a falafel? Is it falafel
I
sausage?
thought you made that up.
No.
Yeah, see, I thought that was a fake
I
word.
really
No,
I
it's
had
definitely
no
not a
idea.
fake word. It's a falafel.
Falafel.
Yeah, you never heard Anchorman?
Yeah, but I didn't realize
Oh.
I didn't realize
Is that
he
one of
said
them
falafel.
Hey, Brick, is that one of them new falafel things?
Will it be
No, it's just
waffle
an
with
old
an FL?
coffee cup filter with some cigarette butts.
Gross.
It's delicious.
Sounds like breakfast.
I think it's like Greek.
Oh, it's a falafel, and it is a
What?
it is a deep fried ball or patty made from ground chickpeas, fava beans, or both.
What is that,
Fava
like a
beans. It's
vegan
Bro,
thing?
you just mispronounced
so
like 20
unappealing
words
to
in
me,
there. Falafel, fava beans. What else is in there? Chickpeas, not
Chickpeas.
chia.
I thought it said
Chia.
chickpeas.
Hey, speaking of, we got Chia Willy. Duck Dynasty. Chia Willy. His chia grows out of his beard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It can wait.
The
Plants
chia-
can grow down. Oh, I guess it grows
It's like
out.
you've never seen a
Is it
chia,
vine?
bro?
Well, it's on their head usually.
Well, this one's on his face.
Well, he's also got a beard.
It's real big.
Okay, I'm not. But all right,
Science.
fine. Those things were crazy. I want to know. I wish I made the chia pet thing. That'd been great.
Yeah, they've been around forever.
You just put a little sugar, a little water, and just sprinkle the seeds over it, and just watch it grow.
Like a paste.
Sold at 3 a.m. to baked guys on the internet.
That's right. That's right.
It's gonna make millions. Shut up, Todd. Your ideas suck. I'll show you.
That's exactly what happened.
You.
And did you see the ones they released during the campaign, like of the Hillary chia pet and the Donald Trump chia pet?
That's so
way.
I swear
unnecessary.
to God, I saw it advertised on TV
I
one
bet those
day
are worth
about,
some money.
about shat.
What? What did they put for the Donald Trump hair?
Yeah, how
Grow
do you
your own
thin that
cotton.
out? How do you thin that out?
That's a good question.
With age.
Don't put seeds on the top. It'll grow over and connect. Make a comb over.
Hey guys, what you said in the distance? Oh, that's a topic that we left. Okay, cool.
Oh,
Yeah, so back to the what were we talking about before that? It was
whole
what-
media
I don't
world.
know. I got a question for you guys.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
As
go.
far as in the audio world, since I'm more video, so
So-
why is it can I not find a whole lot of guys, even at MTSU, one of the top audio schools, that don't like doing stuff for film / broadcast mixing?
They don't know it's there.
or you don't know
disagree.
them. Or you don't
Really?
know them.
I disagree because I've probably emailed half of them.
Really? Well,
Huh.
I mean,
I don't
I'm just
know.
curious. Like, what's
I have no idea. I don't know a lot of people that do. I went to the school last night, and my buddy Kyle was doing that for like class, but
Yeah.
he didn't really act like it was his thing.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious.
I don't
like,
know.
What's the
Like,
what's the
are you telling them to create new stuff for it? Or are you like asking them, hey, can I use stuff that you already made for this?
both even?
Okay.
Like, okay, for instance, in my imaginary Facebook Rolodex of people who I can get to do
Right.
things, right?
Yeah.
If I say I want someone to play guitar for me and or make a record for me, I can think of 30 right off the top of my head. Not joking.
Yeah.
If I can say I need a composer, I can maybe come up with 4. Maybe. If I can say, hey, I need someone who mix, for instance, a live broadcast for a sports game, whatever. You know, full mix console, full everything. I can think of 2.
I don't know,
Well,
man.
why-
I just
why
don't
is
know
that for
I
you-
don't
for
know
you
those
guys?
people. I can't. I
I
got a
would say
couple
like
friends
most
that do that
composers
stuff, but
here
that's it.
are like guitar players, right? Or singer-songwriter, or they're the like hip-hop make everything in there. There's
Yeah.
not there's not like a person that focuses on like, there's very few people here that focus on like, hey, I can write a whole jazz fusion track that I wrote and scored and played, and like that's a very rare breed.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
But yeah, I mean, as far as writing stuff for movies, I feel like they don't really know what they're saying no to. I feel like they think you're gonna tell them exactly what to make, which you kind of are, but not really. You know,
Not even close.
Yeah,
I
it
wouldn't
depends.
say.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's a flow.
It's just
Yeah.
like approval, really.
right. And, you know, and also I've made some stuff for film that the film sucked, and my work is tied to
Attached
that.
it, yeah.
So I mean, it's
that
always
might
a
be
risk.
another thing.
But you know, I've also had the opposite happen. It's like, oh, I kind of gave a crappy song. Now it's a, that's a
It coulda
great.
went somewhere else, yeah.
it's,
Matches, yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. It's just weird. I feel. I don't know how you're doing it. Are you just doing emails and just saying, hey, this is what you have to do?
I mean, yeah, even I can like text like
Mhm.
from our buddy Ryan Adams. He's a grad student here, so I'm like, hey, I'm like, I know you're super busy, but I need someone for a show to audio who says, give me some recommendations.
Mhm.
You know, he's a grad student. He's been here forever. Should know everyone in the audio department, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are a really
Yeah.
tight knit group, right?
That
He
is a
gave me
problem.
one name, and he was a sophomore who was actually a video major.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that is a
Wow.
problem at MTSU. Is clicky.
Yeah,
You know, songwriters like to stick with songwriters. Audio guys like to stick with
but
themselves.
even
and-
songwriters don't even like to stick with songwriters. Like that's something that's going on in the MTSU songwriting scene right now. Like there's really or scene or lack thereof a scene. Like right now we're trying to just get more songwriters together so they can start doing what
I
they
do
love.
feel like songwriters are like kind of
they're to themselves.
like songwriting is like a match of or mix of so many different talents. Like
Yeah.
you're a journalism person, or you're a audio head, and then you just so happen that you're really good at writing songs. Like that's like it's like I'm not good at writing songs, but I can make audio.
Mhm.
So
You can
if
make a song happen.
right, but
Yeah.
I don't have that. I can't put content that's worth putting in there.
yeah.
I don't know. I'd say more than anything, just it kind of falls along the lines of it being kind of clicky.
Mhm.
But like
Yeah.
the people that do like I have a buddy that works on like the broadcast truck,
Mhm.
and like he goes Brian, I forget his last name off top.
Zany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he like from what I know, he loves to do that stuff. He's like tells me about when he goes and does like for games, does sound for games and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like I don't know if that's if he has like a group of friends that's their thing,
No,
and
he
like
usually works under Ryan Adams, my buddy.
Oh, really?
Under the A1.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And a lot of audio guys also, I think maybe they want to focus more on the music side,
Yeah,
and
I
like
get
they
that.
don't see
It's more glamorous.
like you said, they don't
It
see
is-
the
I mean,
opportunity in working for film,
but
because
a
I
lot-
got more out of that film that we did over the weekend than I ever imagined. Like I came home and I was like super proud of like
Yeah.
all my stuff, and like I wanted to just make more music. I felt real creative.
I'll have you
like,
know, I immediately wrote a song.
yeah,
Ooh,
after
fun.
we left,
Yeah.
That's what we do it.
yeah, it was
Not gonna lie,
great.
I kind of went to sleep after that.
yeah, understood. You had
Hey, you had work though.
You had work
so.
next morning.
But yeah, I that is a problem.
I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
Maybe we can help
But
you out with
the-
that
that's
soon.
the
Yeah,
problem
maybe
with
we
the
can help you
video
guys
is
out
right
right
now.
also like making like sound effects, like that's like also
That's a whole
a
nother
complete
world.
like
Yeah.
that's okay. You know how to make music because it has to sound good, and you know how to like how physical sound. You have a really good understanding on how sound is a physical like aspect of a object.
Yeah.
And how to make that good
Right,
sound
and,
good,
and that's
come out
also
of
a
speakers.
very rare breed. I mean, I love doing that. I'm not great at it, but I love hey, what would that sound like? You just draw like a weird shape. Like, hey, if I drop that, what would that sound like?
It's a new flavor.
so
We'll see if I
weird.
can figure it out.
You're so weird. I love it. I love how you come up with ideas.
But I don't know. It's a little weird. I wish there was a bit like maybe a class on Foley here.
Hey,
Is
I
there?
think that would be. Is
There's
there?
a sound for picture class, but it's
There-
not.
yeah,
it just kind of started up.
like
I've not
voiceovers
heard
and
good
stuff from what
reviews,
I've
though.
saw.
Really?
Is unfortunate.
Because I feel like
Sucks.
that's a class that should be
I think it's taught by a video person, which I feel like it should be the reverse in my opinion.
someone who does like sound for picture or who has done sound for picture
Yeah.
over their career.
But
in the
you know, I
past.
understand why the video person, because like
Right.
there's programs nowadays that like they just give you libraries and libraries of sounds
Yep.
that you can just choose from, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to, you know,
Say
Make
that fits
footsteps
there.
work.
you know, just what works where.
We're getting so much these days.
Yeah.
Well, that means we have to, but that's kind of cool though, because we can now find our, you know,
That's how like all of us got together. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost.
Really.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, like we met doing because I needed someone to interview for a video project.
Yeah. I just happened to meet you through Dusty, and that's
I
how
think
we
had-
originally
we had
met.
business class together, I think too. Oh,
We
was
had
it
accounting together, but we
Yeah.
knew each other before
Yeah.
that.
Through
And then
Dustin.
we had
And then-
history together, right?
Yeah,
And you came
Yeah.
over just to like hang out and chill and hear some of Dusty's songs, and then we went in the studio, and then and then you needed the video, and then we did that. Like that was like 6 months later after we
Yeah,
chilled
it
and
was started
shit.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little short interview thing, which turned out to be real fun.
That was so fun. I'm still gonna put that on something.
You should.
what?
The video, like I used it before, but like I want to use it in like I don't know. I have some video ideas
Kinda
that I want to
real.
do soon.
Some kind of real time.
Yeah. Real
Ish.
time, real.
What?
Fly.
I don't know. I didn't really have a follow up. I didn't have an ender to that sentence.
4-bar
so I
freestyle,
can't-
go. 4-bar freestyle, go.
All right, welcome back after that censor break. Glad you could be here. Dusty's foul mouth has
Trash can.
just got us off air.
So I'm curious what you guys think about this. Do you think MTSU, especially in the media department, is too cliquey? And do we need to figure out a way to change some of that?
Well, I think it's clicky out of necessity because like
In a way.
well, because like we came from high school and like, oh, you make beats,
Loser.
cool, dude, really. And now we come to a place where it's like, oh, dude, this is great. You guys make beats too? Woo! Woo!
Yeah, we're not weird.
Or or like video too. Like I mean, like dude. I remember there were like 4 guys at my high school that were like really into like audio and editing, and they would just like hang out together because
They're
like
nerds.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And now they're like working for CNN, doing awesome stuff. But it takes that you have to go out of your
Comfort
comfort
zone.
zone into a community and click. Communities are clicks. So
And most of the ways to learn the stuff that we do is because we sat in our rooms for hours by ourselves and figured it out.
Mhm.
And then once we found like 2 or 3 other people to do it with, like
you just
we're
naturally wanna
good.
you
We just want to
naturally
hang out
wanna
with those people.
But I feel like it just happens over kind of evolution. But telling to back what you said earlier was the audio and visual aspects are pretty much necessary. It's 100% necessary now to combine those two. So
Absolutely.
I feel like it is gonna there's gonna be a reflection of that in the RIM program eventually. But I don't know.
The clicky thing is necessary. I just think
Right now.
I don't
Yeah,
think
for now.
I don't think a lot of people see the potential in like
Combining.
combine.
I really
They're
don't
like,
think they do.
they're only it's only when somebody needs a music video or something that they want to say, hey, you know any video guys? Like,
Mhm.
but they don't realize how easily you can translate information that you know to what we know, and how easily that relationship can build out
yeah.
of just an organic relationship because we're interested in the same stuff.
Yeah.
Like you do mostly video, we do mostly audio, but most of the same stuff that we're interested in is all
Yeah.
combined
we're all
with
wanting to
those
express
things.
creativity, and we're all wanting to tell a story in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
Yeah.
And which
Like-
is kind of like also like you got to take it with a grain of salt when you like say, "Hey, I know this guy from the RIM department. He makes videos." Like, for me, there's no trigger word in that. I
No.
don't care. Now, if I say, "Hey, there's this guy in like," you say like a club or organization like AMP or something like that, I'm like, okay, so he's gone that extra step
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
and then I trigger. But like,
Very good point.
I don't say like when somebody, oh, this guy in my class is like really good at songwriting. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't
which is-
care.
Which is a great segue in the stuff we do on the film side, because there's an organization on campus called Film Guild. I help do some
Right.
stuff with them a lot.
Right.
Plug
And
that, yeah.
Yeah, literally, I don't want this to sound like really vague and stuff, but the video classes here are not good at all. I mean,
Really?
Let me ask you,
I had
be
some-
honest. Is it
Yeah.
because you're good, or is it because they're not good?
I'm gonna go 50-50 on that.
Okay, because
Okay.
you are good. I think about that the other day. Like, what's he learning? in
Yeah,
class?
but
He
literally
knows so
all the
much.
people that I've seen working out and like are getting me jobs through their trickle down jobs. Like
Yeah.
I can't take this job here. You take it real quick.
Right.
I'm working on something way cooler. They've all been people like through they're doing the extra mile stuff.
Yeah.
They're in the TV studio. They're doing stuff outside of class. They're writing stuff. They're in the film club. They're doing whatever. Like after 54 Fest, a couple of guys went out to IHOP. Like 3 a.m. in the morning because
Yeah.
we're just like we're still kind of hopped up a little bit. You
Yeah.
got songs, we'll go to IHOP.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's like literally like he said, guys, thank you for doing this because literally I've not learned anything in class here except through film guild. And like
That's awesome.
that's super
That has
cool
to
for
feel good.
That's super good for us. Is like as officers, like okay, we're getting something done.
Yeah.
Even through all the political stuff we have to deal with, all this GA stuff, all the garbage that just drags it out. Like okay, we're accomplishing stuff.
Yeah,
cool.
it's all for a good
and you also
reason.
got to remember, college does not give you the answers. It gives
Yeah.
you the
No.
tools to find the answers.
I
Which I
think-
wish they didn't promote it like that, but they do.
Yep. If
Because-
everyone looked at it like that a little
Because
differently.
you're not going to get if you come to college to get taught something and to, that's not what's going to happen.
And take
you,
only
you
what
come
you
to
got
college to
taught.
figure something out.
Yeah.
You got to come to college to figure something out.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything, an agenda that you're trying to passionate about, college is just kind of going to be a wash for you. Unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a good quote. I was on a show doing camera work in Nashville at a 4K studio, doing a live stream for Bella Fleck. Actually, WMOT sponsored it.
Nice.
Anyways, the director sitting beside me is one of the biggest production companies around here. Does like CMA stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Made $6 million last year alone.
Jesus.
So, dude's a bigwig. He literally looked at me and said, he was an MTSU grad. He said, I can't tell you how many times that getting an education has gotten in the way of me learning things.
Wow. That's
Which I thought was great. He's an MTSU grad, does a lot of stuff with MTSU. And he said, literally, school got in the way so much when I was in school of me going out and be like doing extra shoots.
Yep.
Like I would have to skip class and make up exams to go and do other shoots, and they looked down upon that. He said,
Yeah.
and he said that's one of his biggest.
That's what I'm
peeves.
dealing with right now. I mean, we're all
Absolutely,
doing
yeah,
it.
you doing that thing in Nashville.
Because right now I'm focusing on my minor, which I'm kind of a dummy for waiting to finish out my minor until my last semester
Yeah.
as a senior. Don't do that, by the way.
I kind of did that.
Stay in school,
Because
kids.
I'll have to be out late, or I'll have to have a session or something, and I have a professional selling project due tomorrow
Yeah.
or whatever, which I could turn it on online, but she wants to do there, and I'm like, I have to explain my whole life story up to this point and why it's so important, because college is just why you're here to get your life started outside of these walls. But you're
Yeah.
like, oh, you're in these walls right now, we don't want that to happen yet, you still got to pay. I'm like, wait,
Yep.
that makes no
They don't.
sense. So I feel you on that one. Don't do that.
Stay in school.
Do your
Eat
minor
your vegetables.
do your minor as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Like ASAP.
And do not hang on to those gen eds, people. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, so I still have to take a
Hey.
history class. What are you doing?
I'm in geology right now. All right.
Sucks for you. I'm done.
Yeah, that's my
I've been
last
done
one.
for a
Then I'm
while.
done. It's my last one.
Yeah, also don't transfer if you can, because that's just never
Yeah,
fun.
'cause a lot-
Mine worked out, but I went to community college,
Yeah,
so that
some
worked.
people. I actually heard this story. This dude was from Hawaii, and he transferred to here, and he
Yeah.
was a senior.
Pineapple history does not transfer.
He was a senior, and he was
Wow.
a senior.
It's not even his credit here.
When he got to MTSU, none of his hours transferred, so he went from being a senior to a freshman.
I would move back.
Yeah,
Man,
you're
I
right.
would look
yeah.
instantly.
I would
Yeah.
look into so many other things.
I would go to grad school here instead. Yeah.
done in a different time zone. We can't accept it. I'm sorry. I'm like, what? How far? Wait,
Where do you
Hawaii is
do
like
that
what,
at?
6 hours behind us, or
At least, yeah.
LA's 3. I
Yeah,
think.
LA's 3.
there's 3 hours between.
Or no.
Probably.
4.
LA's 4 because it's 3 from Indiana.
Well, just
Well-
Hawaii is as close to Japan as it is to California. Just remember that.
Yeah, so you got quite a bit.
okay, yeah.
So,
So
it's out there.
like
How
5
did
or
they
6.
find that place? Like how did the original, the OG Hawaiianers? I cannot believe it's called them Hawaiianers.
Hawaiians,
Yeah, it's just Hawaiians.
just Hawaiians. My buddy Tyler would look at you so
This is not a
stupid.
politically correct show at all.
No, it's okay. You don't have to be.
Hawaiians.
Like literally, I have a better chance of finding Hawaii than finding
Yes, you
Hawaii.
still
If that
laugh.
makes sense at all. Probably not. We're going off the rails, guys. Been up since 5.
Ooh.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Mister. When were you up this morning?
When'd you make the pot of
I'm not
coffee?
saying because I was way late in the day actually. Because there was a tornado this morning.
Really?
So
Was there a tornado here, or was it
What?
just a bad storm?
No, it's full blown
I didn't
tornado.
know if
Where
there's
I'm at
tornadoes.
least. I'm a little ways away from here.
Yeah.
Where are you
you're
at
right.
again?
Yeah, I'm at Juliet, Lebanon area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like we had like tornado. Like I had to
Crazy.
get in the bottom of the house.
What?
Yeah, I know it was sketchy.
Wow.
What time of
Woke
day
up.
was
Everybody all right?
that?
Like
This
7
morning.
a.m., 8 a.m.
That's why I got
Right there.
I got woken up by the storms.
Yeah, like stuff was like blowing
I was
over.
already
Trees were
up.
snapped. It was crazy.
The storm woke me up and then it put me back to sleep.
Oh, dude, I know.
My exact story this morning.
I know,
My mom's with tornado, so it's even weirder.
Right.
I opened the window and then I look back at the, because I want to listen, get some good rain sounds going in the
Oh,
in
yeah.
the room.
That
Look
smell.
back at it, and then my whole table's soaked. Bed
That is
sheets
the
are
worst.
soaked. I'm like, wow.
Mistake.
I did that to my car the other day.
Oh, dude,
wasn't
sunroofs are a
horrible, but-
blessing
Did you leave
and a
your
curse.
sunroof open?
No, I left my back passenger window down. I must have hit it I must have just hit the button and didn't realize it was down.
Dang.
And I was focused on that cookout when I was walking back in the house. I'll tell you that.
Shout out to Cookout for keeping your prices low
And your
We
belly's
appreciate it.
full.
and morale low.
That happens.
Yes. It does happen a lot. Especially like after you I always get a quesadilla. That's my second side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm about that quesadilla.
Only in
life now,
America, you
too.
go get chicken nuggets with 2 sides of chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, but let me just give you guys a little tip. If you get
That works.
if you get a quesadilla as your entree, they're gonna give you 2 quesadillas.
I did not.
Oh,
I did not. That's a useful bit of information.
Do you want 2 quesadillas though?
Oh, maybe
I
sometimes.
did. I sure did that
Got
night.
the munchies.
They're just like rubber cheese holders.
Kind of.
Dude, that's a good point.
You like my
Floppy
cheese, though.
potato chips.
Another reason marketing's important because quesadilla sounds way better.
Rubby cheese holders. Rubber.
Please buy today.
Yeah, that is. Have you guys watched those videos for or not? There's actually memes now of better naming
No.
objects.
Yes.
No.
No, but that's a great idea.
Like ketchup is. I don't even remember one for ketchup. I can't remember any of these right now.
I
I know I
can't
brought it up.
remember them either, but it's like making up some weird sounding stuff.
Like a lollipop's called a lick'em stick.
Oh, that fits. Yeah, I like it.
I
We
love
should
I
that.
don't
we
think
should
high
use
school
that.
kids can handle that. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Lick 'em
very
sticks.
true.
Lick 'em sticks.
Oh, it means penis. Only $2 for a whole box of Lick'em sticks.
Oh,
Have you ever seen Blue Mountain State? Have you ever seen that
Yeah.
TV show?
Yeah.
Edible condoms. Remember that?
Yeah.
What do they call them?
Yeah, I can't remember.
what is
I
it?
just
They're like
remember
the
what.
flavored like condoms. They used to like
Oh.
eat them and got hallucinated with Chuck Liddell.
what?
This
Yeah,
episode.
it's a Blue Mountain Steak. I know you saw it. It's just been a while. You used to watch that show at the Grove.
Okay.
Have you watched the movie?
Yeah, the movie's
I was
good,
disappointed.
too.
I was
Okay, you know,
Yeah.
here's another behind the scenes story. So it was crowdfunded, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Which
so
was
they, so
crazy.
they kept
Was it really?
so they
Yes,
kept
totally.
thinking they're
That's
running out of
insane.
money. So there was like, there's like 8 endings, possible endings. And he's like, oh, okay, it's about to end. And then it keeps going.
Yeah.
Because they ran out of money. Like, oh, we have some more money. I will keep going. Ran out, kept going, ran out, kept going, ran out, kept going.
That's
Which is
crazy.
important. Why you need a good editor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why that movie was like, I think I just watched like 15 episodes of Blue Mountain State,
Yeah, it's just all smashed
Yeah,
together.
that's
Yeah.
what it felt like. I'll be
Kinda.
honest.
which is what I wanted, kind of.
I feel like the movies that come off TV shows are always kind of just like
worse.
I've seen this already. Like, give me something, but they can't make it too different.
Yeah.
So it just kind of feels like played out.
yeah,
Yeah.
the serial
Like
approach.
Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, the serial approach to those types of film are much better.
I know that's a weird balance nowadays. You can talk about like people don't like originality, but they love originality.
Yeah, you
That
can't.
means
You
you
can't be too much.
original, but you got to have some originality.
Too much sauce.
You guys face that like in the audio world?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just create a new genre that no one's ever heard and people are going to come on it with it. But if you combine a little bit of hip hop with a little bit
Kinda
of
ease into it. man.
whatever.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm so surprised. Like dubstep just took off. the way
yeah,
it
that's a
did.
good point.
Yeah.
Because like Skrillex like just came out of nowhere and just had sounds going
Those are
like
those-
that. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
You're
guess-
like, where? How is
We
that?
made fun of it.
How,
at
where,
first.
That was
wait,
good.
where
Yeah.
was the lead up
This'll never
into
go
that?
anywhere.
Like, what was like the I mean, I guess dub
can't
from like
dub
Jamaica,
and
but like
di-
that
a
was
little bit
techno,
of
I guess, would be
disco
his
and
oh,
part.
right, drum and
techno.
bass. I'm dumb. Drum and
Yeah.
bass in UK.
Yeah, that's true.
You
It
had,
just
like, analog
wasn't
synth stuff
splattered.
back in the days.
Yeah.
People doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
it was
It
real
just wasn't
underground.
splattered
real
like it.
underground.
Dubstep was just like
There.
it was just everywhere on
Yeah.
commercials, on just everything.
I think it just like captured the vibe and like something new for the younger
Yeah,
generation.
and I
like,
think Skrillex's image that he had when he when he first got
Super
huge.
smart.
I mean, I would give a lot of the credit for EDM being popular to Skrillex because,
captured the imagination of that younger demographic.
right?
Yeah, he got that got that wave started.
Yeah, now that your demographics kind of getting, a little bit of money, they're getting their careers going, so they're going to festivals. They're doing Coachella.
Yeah.
They're doing all the cool
That's the
stuff.
big
And look
thing.
at how many people are going to festivals.
It's going down.
Dubstep
it really?
also,
Oh, yeah.
Dubstep also kind of came from, like punk rock, hard.
Yeah, it's got
like,
some elements in there.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the hardcore-ness of
medley.
it came
it's a
from
motley
that.
crew of genres.
Yeah, which
yeah.
I think is another reason why it kind of worked because
Mhm.
it was just kind of like the new, like in your face
Mm-hmm.
thing.
New
I wish everybody could see
new
my
grunge
facial
music.
expression when I was saying
What's
it.
your
new
guys'
grunge.
take on this new like EDM stuff as far as like
I love it.
attendance wise? Like it's cool and
As
all,
far
but,
as
like,
what?
Yeah, like attendance and like
Okay.
how big it's gotten because like real music, quote
it's
unquote.
if you look at the numbers,
Yeah.
it's falling. It's like
Really?
it was a fad.
Huh,
Like
interesting.
Bonnaroo had literally half the attendance that did the year prior.
That's interesting.
half.
Really interesting.
This
That's
past year,
mind blowing.
Yeah.
That really is.
I don't know. At least around here, I heard people not liking the lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard
yeah,
that.
I
It
think that
also
was a lot of
takes,
the
and then
issue.
I mean, we'll see because like
Probably,
the thing
probably.
that's probably going to put the nail in the coffin in the best way possible is Daft Punk is announcing its world tour like this year, and it's going to happen this year.
Nice.
And it's going to be like probably the biggest tour since
Ever.
maybe possibly. I mean, because the last one in 2007 was huge, and
Dude,
like
I haven't stopped listening to that
and the-
album this past week.
the live album.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, they weren't even that well known in 2007, and yet they packed huge, like, venues.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
I like the new thing that's coming on. I think
Yeah.
it's
I think the
the
new.
thing I like about it is the sense of community.
Mhm.
Like people are
Yeah.
like when I went to my first my buddy Tyler always called them raves. Like
Yeah.
always any EDM, electronic, anything. He was like, "Hey, we're going to another rave." And the first time I went was like senior year of high school. It was like the first day of school. We like skipped out half day of school.
Yeah.
That's so funny because, like,
And it was like what?
no, I was just saying because, like, the audience, the community's great, but
Yeah.
like the DJs, it's horrible. They hate each other.
Well,
They're-
that's where I first found out
interesting.
about Steve Aoki. Like I
Mhm.
saw he was on a small stage there, and I was like, we were like, I'm always one to rage, like you all know that.
Mhm.
So like I was up there
Nah.
like going in, and I elbowed this dude right in the noggin. Right in the head, dude. And he turned around and looked at me, and I was like, this dude's about to clock me. And he was like, oh, you're all good, dude. Let's keep going. And I was
it's
like,
it's like Rocket Town used to be like in the early thousands.
Yeah,
You
there
know,
you
like
go.
Thrash Mob and
Yep.
stuff. Maybe it's kind of like that. Just new
yeah,
trends.
they mosh hard.
Yeah,
they
they go-
mosh
they go
hard. Now that the
hard.
new thing is like circle pit. I know it's not new, but like for everybody that doesn't do the festival thing, like
Yeah.
circle pits, so you don't have to run into each other all the time,
Mhm.
but you're still like pushing and shoving, and but you
Yeah,
can kind of
getting
keep
angry.
going and go in and out of it.
I remember
It's
I went
kinda
to Flostradamus, and they literally like divided up the crowd into two parties, and just went
Just ran at
"All
each
right,
other."
Go, and I was like, "This is not going to end well," and it didn't end well. It was fun,
It didn't end well.
but
Oh,
people were just clocking each
wow.
other. People
What
like,
do they call that?
That was a mosh.
Wall
it
of
was
Death, Wall of Doom.
no, that was like it's called. They have a song called Mosh Pit,
Okay.
and that was like they
okay.
played that while it was happening, but I didn't hear the music at all. I just heard screaming.
I think there's a term for it
like,
though, Dusty. I think it's called a Wall of Doom, Wall of Death, or something. But
Okay.
anyways, on the EDM subject, do you guys get like scared? Because like used to back in the days, you had to have 8 people on stage, paid, touring, living the life, quote unquote, to do a tour. Now it's like you got one guy with a computer.
But
And
you
there's a-
there's more people behind the scenes, I would say.
a little
just
bit, but
because
even
the
like on
lights.
that stuff on our end, on
Right.
the video side, like that's all. You don't have an audio guy doing lights. You have video
Well,
guys doing lights.
Right,
Yeah.
but then you guys that put on
So-
shows or become the labels. How can you sign an artist
Yeah.
to become part of your entertainment crew? So you guys become the label
Yeah.
now instead of the
It
label
is.
hiring you guys.
Yeah, does that stuff like
On
concern you?
behalf
Like,
of
you
the
don't think are people being more or less collaborative nowadays? Because like even someone like Pretty Lights, which I'm a huge fan of, that's one of the first like EDM quote shows I did, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But he's got a full band, as full as you can get with EDM guys, and it felt so much better to me, just from me personally as a musician and as a fan, than like Emancipator. I think it was up before them. It's just
To see the full band up there with him.
I don't know. It felt different and just it felt right. The crowd got way more into it, so I thought that was super interesting.
Yeah, as far as a live element, I definitely think it's better to have like people up there. Like Mozzie, for instance, the other night we went to our buddies. He had he only did a song and it was like a rap battle type thing, but he brought a drummer and a keyboardist and a backup vocalist just to add, and everybody loved it because it's that sense of you can see more going on, and like a DJ, you can't see anything he's doing.
Yeah.
So if they make it either more interactive, like the dude on Facebook with the big light drums, I don't know if you guys have seen him,
crazy.
and it's like a big MPC pad, or a band, it's not as interesting. But I don't think it takes away from the collaborative process, because I need somebody to play drums. Like if I want some real drums, like I got to hit up somebody. If I need somebody to play guitar, I got to call them, and they might be on the record, but they're not playing live with me. And also DJs collab, like DJ Snake and Skrillex. Like,
yeah.
they do that too.
And what I would like to see more of is more EDM DJs and artists like that to start performing with vocalists.
And that's a thing now too. That's a big thing now.
Mm-hmm. It's just another thing. It's just like it's expensive. And that's a luxury to have collaboration, you know, and the market's not big enough to support that kind of bands.
Spotify playlist.
Exactly.
So I ain't scared. In other words, I ain't scared.
No. And you know, I think as producers, we're always very adaptable to what our sounds are. So you know, if EDM goes away, I'm not scared.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. So I got one maybe last question for you guys as far as audio stuff.
Yeah.
So if you could have anything video wise happen at the snap of fingers, like, hey, I could have a tool run, or I could have an LED wall on a show, or whatever, or maybe a problem going from audio to video, what would it be?
Like working with audio and video versus
how would you maybe
working with video versus audio?
Yeah, how would you like to integrate video? Maybe something that's not been done quite before, or maybe it's just insanely expensive to do right now.
The new thing that I saw,
360-degree LED wall or something, maybe.
Yeah,
wow.
That VR.
I would like to shoot a VR music video. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to.
VR's, definitely. We're all big into that. Like, just think it's cool and want to get into it. And then, like, something to interact with. You know what I mean? Like, I've saw, like, the MPC pads that we have, like my machine, hooked up to a projector that was routed to a program, and it was mapped out so you could touch it and change the design on the wall from the projector.
Gotcha.
So it's interactive. It's like something to get people to, because it's so simple to have a little thing and press buttons and do a ton on a video screen, but seeing that person do that stuff with the controller is so much cooler.
You're thinking maybe like in the modern age of like EDM stuff where you can't see a lot of stuff going on, or as years past, you saw to see individual instruments being played, maybe
synths and all the wires, and
maybe get a new, get in there a little heavier. Maybe
exactly. Collaborative.
I would make every single knob, every single button a physical element in the stage show. So like if you have like a knob halfway, a light's gonna be turned on halfway, or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's
I've seen
dope.
Stuff close to that before. Like I went to the Ariana Grande show. She had something kind of close, like. She had some drum sample pads, and like there were some pillars that raised up with some like, dancer stuff on them. Yeah, and they would like the dancers would slap the edge of like when the toms hit real hard. Yeah, and light would travel down the pillar and stuff.
What's that?
It's projection mapping.
Imogen Heap. Is that Imogen Heap? It's a singer. She invented the glove.
Imogen.
The mapping glove that
yeah, something in that neighborhood, but like.
Is it?
Imogene Lima Bean.
It sounded like you were dancing around the name Imogene.
It's IMOGENHE.
Yeah. So you guys are thinking more like video's going to get even deeper into audio stuff going forward?
Yeah, they're just going to hit heads, and like they're going to have to collaborate because they're right there.
Have you ever seen a deer lock antlers with another deer? That is audio and video.
Right now.
Some of those haven't ended well, though.
Yeah, some of those haven't ended well. Hopefully this one does.
Okay.
Speaking of ending, get the heck out of the room, guys. All right, it's been real fun. We got to end it, unfortunately.
Dude, Isaac, thanks for coming by, bro.
Thanks for coming by, man. It's been an awesome time.
That's right.
It's been fun.
Hopefully we'll do this again sometime. Have some more chats about some stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about things.
I'll make sure to keep up with you guys on social media and whatnot.
Oh, yeah,
make sure that you keep, what'd you say?
Plug yourself.
Yeah, go ahead. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
You guys can follow my company at I do Issac Shaw Studios is kind of my company name.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow me on Insta, Facebook, all the usuals. Isaac Von Shaw. And I try to post stuff like behind the scenes of like productions, audio rigs, cool fun stuff.
Isaac Von Shaw.
And I record that and use it for like a reel later.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll steal that later.
Get that.
We might do logo tagline.
Don't forget to keep your fist big and your wrist little.
Oh, wow. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys listening. As always, we're going to have a new episode every Monday. Until then, I don't know. Would you like another shot at it, John?
I'll sit down.
Okay. Keep your fist big and your wrist little. Peace.